Xiaolin Showdown is an American animated television series that aired on Kids WB and was created by Christy Hui. Set in a world where martial arts battles and Eastern magic are commonplace, the series follows four young Shaolin warriors in training who battle the Xiaolin forces of evil. They do this by protecting Shen Gongwu from villains that would use them to conquer the world. Typical episodes revolve around a specific Shen Gongwu being revealed, which results in both sides racing to find it. Episodes usually reach a head when one good and one evil character must challenge each other to a magical duel called a Xiaolin Showdown for possession of the artifact. Originally airing on the Kids WB block of programming on WB Network from 2003 to 2006, the series ran for 3 seasons and 52 episodes. Reruns also aired on Cartoon Network from 2006 to 2007. Xiaolin Chronicles, a direct sequel of the series, was previewed on August 26, 2013 on Disney XD. It began its long-term run on September 14 the same year. Production: Xiaolin Showdown was created by Christy Hui and co-produced by executive producer Sandra Schwartz, supervising producer Eric Radomski, and producers Bill Motz and Bob Roth, and composed by Kevin Manthia. Was developed by Warner Brothers Animation. The first episode of Xiaolin Showdown was developed over 3 years following its conception, and premiered November 1, 2003. Series creator Christy Hui has stated that despite the growing popularity of anime in the United States, she preferred to create a show that was a fusion of Eastern and Western culture. Xiaolin Showdown shows subtle influences of Eastern action and philosophy, but also includes very Western characters and humor. Following the success of its first season, a second 26-episode season was ordered, and a third after that, resulting in 3 seasons and 52 episodes. The show has ended, and despite heavy promotion in other media, including Postopia, a trading card game, and a video game, Warner Brothers have not shown any signs of releasing the second and third seasons on DVD. The series was followed by Xiaolin Chronicles, which premiered on August 26, 2013. Actress Tara Strong strongly hinted via Twitter that episodes were being produced, which was confirmed by fellow series star Gray DeLisle when she appeared on the March 9, 2012 episode of actor Rob Paulson's podcast, and by series creator Christy Hui, in her Facebook account. Plot: Season 1, 4 young monks, Omi, Kimiko, Raimundo, and Clay, are forced into cooperation at the Shaolin Temple after learning they're the chosen ones, monks chosen to become Shaolin dragons. They become friends and work together, traveling the world in search for Shen Gongwu, ancient objects with powers that balance the forces of good and evil. Along the way, they must battle evil boy genius Jack Spicer, and the evil Xiaolin sorceress Wuya, whom Jack accidentally frees from a 1500-year imprisonment in a puzzle box by Grandmaster Dashi. Through thievery, Spicer eventually possesses enough Shen Gongwu to form Mala Malajong, an ancient monster that Wuya uses to help her gain control of the world. All the monks, except for Raimundo, are promoted to Shaolin apprentices due to their bravery. Angered, Raimundo joins the Xiaolin side and helps Wuya regain her human form. Season 2, Omi travels back in time and receives a second puzzle box from Grandmaster Dashi, who trapped Wuya in the puzzle box 1500 years ago. However, with no way back to the future, he freezes himself using the Orb of Tornami. In the present time, the frozen Omi breaks free of the ice with the puzzle box in hand. Raimundo decides that his rightful place belongs in the Shaolin Temple and traps Wuya in the new puzzle box. After returning to the temple, the monks continue the search for the Shen Gongwu. Eventually, Master Feng promotes Raimundo to Shaolin apprentice along with the others. After this, the monks are introduced to Shaolin monk turned evil villain Chase Young. Chase takes an interest in Omi and becomes determined to manipulate the young monk's mind into joining the Xiaolin side. When Master Feng becomes trapped in the yin-yang world, Omi asks for help from Chase. He succeeds in rescuing Master Feng. But upon leaving the yin-yang world, his bad Kai takes over and he joins the Xiaolin side. Chase succeeds in restoring Wuya to her human form, though he takes her powers. The remaining monks soon learn that Chase had sent Master Feng into the yin-yang world knowing the events that would unfold afterwards, including Omi joining his side. Season 3, the monks travel to the yin-yang world to retrieve Omi's good Kai and return him to the Xiaolin side. After gaining Omi back, the monks are promoted yet again to Wood-A warriors. They are then introduced to Hannibal Bean, an evil villain who lives in the yin-yang world and was responsible for turning Chase Young to the dark side. Toward the end of their journey, Master Feng tells the monks that they have one final quest before the Shoku warrior will be revealed. Omi decides that he will stop Hannibal Bean from turning Chase to the Xiaolin side. He ends up freezing himself in order to travel to the future to find the sands of time, and through time travel, he succeeds by switching the Lao Man Long soup with pea soup. However, when he returns to his present time, he learns that his actions have made things worse. Instead of Chase joining the Xiaolin side, it is Chase's former friend Master Monk Guan whom Hannibal Bean turns evil. The monks and Chase are captured by Hannibal Bean, Wuya, and the evil Guan. Chase sacrifices his good self to save the monks and give them the opportunity to fight and return everything to the way it was. The monks succeed, and the timeline is fixed. In the end, Raimundo is revealed as the team leader, also known as Shoku Warrior. The series concludes with every villain attacking the temple, and the Wood-A warriors led by the Shoku Warrior proceeding to counterattack. Characters. Xiaolin Showdown features a large cast, many of whom only appear in one episode and occasionally return for cameos or for single episodes later in the series. While supporting characters are often one-dimensional and serve an immediate purpose in the episode in which they appear, main characters are often well-developed with strengths and flaws that become present as the series progresses. Main characters. Omi, the Xiaolin Dragon of Water. Omi is the main protagonist of the series and was the first dragon in training to train with Master Feng. At times Omi can be selfish and boastful, and often learns lessons of humility. Having been raised in the monastery, he is naive about the outside world. As a running gag, Omi routinely confuses idiomatic phrases, from simple changes to lacking any resemblance to the original phrase whatsoever. Omi's signature moves are Tsunami Strike Water, Tornado Strike Water, and Wood-A Neptune Water. His Wood-A weapon is the Shimo Staff, and his elemental Shengongwu is the Kaijin Charm. His preferred Shengongwu is the Orb of Tornami as it is a water Shengongwu. Kimiko Tohomiko, the Xiaolin Dragon of Fire. Kimiko Tohomiko is the only female member of the team. Kimiko is the most tech-savvy member of the team and comes from Japan. Kimiko also changes hairstyles and outfits almost every episode. Kimiko's signature moves are Judelet Flip Fire and Wood-A Mars Fire. Her preferred Shengongwu is the Star Hanabi, her Wood-A weapon is the Arrow Sparrow, and her elemental Shengongwu is the Cat's Eye Draco. She has the shortest temper, generally at even the slightest provocation. She can however be extremely focused and ignore outer, annoying distractions. This is evidenced when she wields the Tangle Web Comb, said by Master Feng to require high levels of concentration. Raimundo Pedrosa, the Xiaolin Dragon of Wind. Raimundo is stubborn and self-centered, but also does anything to protect his friends. Raimundo is street smart and the group's self-proclaimed rebel. He comes from Brazil, from the city of Rio de Janeiro. He joins the Xiaolin side twice in the series. Raimundo's signature moves are Typhoon Boom Wind and Wood-A Star Wind. His preferred Shengongwu is the Sword of the Storm. His Wude weapon is the Blade of the Nebula, and his elemental Shengongwu is the Crest of the Condor. He is named Shoku Warrior in the final episode. Clay Bailey, the Shaolin Dragon of Earth. Clay is the team muscle and a homegrown Texas cowboy. Clay sometimes speaks in cowboy slang, and uses metaphors. Because of his good gentleman manners, he never fights girls. He also has a bad case of stage fright. His large size and sensible demeanor belittles his good-humored and gentle nature. The only time he gets really mad is if someone takes or destroys his beloved cowboy hat. Clay has a sister named Jessie who is an outlaw and leader of the Black Vipers. Clay's signature moves are Seismic Kick Earth and Wude Crater Earth. His preferred Shengongwu are the Fist of Tebigong and the Third Arm Sash. His Wude weapon is the Big Bang Meteorang, and his elemental Shengongwu is the Longhorn Taurus. Dojo Kanojocho, a shape-shifting dragon. The Shaolin warrior's main mode of transportation and wise-cracking advisor, Dojo can sense Shengongwu. He has no hind legs and is normally about 1.5 feet long, but where the situation requires it, he can shift into a full-sized 40-foot dragon. He has served Grandmaster Dashi. Dojo is often seen around Clay in the show, hanging around his arm, sitting on his shoulder or inside his cowboy hat. When Dojo is out of commission, the Shaolin warriors use an aircraft Shengongwu called the Silver Manta Ray, or the other transport Shengongwu such as the Crouching Cougar, the Shengaru, or the Tunnel Armadillo. Jack Spicer, the Shaolin warrior's first nemesis. He is responsible for releasing Wuya from the puzzle box that Grandmaster Dashi locked her in, and aids her in finding Shengongwu to conquer the world. Jack has aided the Shaolin warriors on occasion, and does show occasional leanings toward good. However, he always winds up back on the evil side. As a reflection of his character, his preferred Shengongwu is the Monkey Staff, which was the only Shengongwu he is left with at the end of the series. Wuya, a 1500-year-old Heilun witch who serves as the principal antagonist to the Shaolin. After being imprisoned in a puzzle box by Grandmaster Dashi for 1,500 years, Wuya's physical form was destroyed. Her goal is to use the Shengongwu to regain a tangible body along with her magical powers. She, like Dojo, has the ability to sense a Shengongwu's appearance, but does not need the scroll of the Shengongwu to determine what it does. At one point she leaves Jack to take on Raimundo as partner, but after much debate he returns to the path of good. Chase Young, a villain introduced in the second season as an even bigger evil threat than Jack. He himself was turned to the Heilun side when Hannibal Bean convinced him to drink the Lao Manglong soup in return for remaining forever young. Chase Young controls an army of therianthropic warriors, trapped in the form of jungle cats, and has the ability to turn into a reptilian creature. Chase rarely uses Shengongwu in battle since he claims it distracts him from honing his martial arts skills. During the second season of the show, Chase plots to turn Omi to the Heilun side as part of a plot to rule the world. He succeeds, but later releases Omi as a matter of honor. Supporting characters: Master Feng, the Shaolin warrior's master, trainer, and guide. Master Feng is mortified by his charge's behavior at times. He also is nearly always calm, despite the warrior's behavior and mistakes. Master Monk Guan, a legendary Tai Chi master who has traveled the world a dozen times, and has defeated many opponents using only his famous Spear of Guan, which was later given to Omi, but gives his favorite copy of the Spear of Guan to Raimundo. He makes his first appearance in the series by trading Dojo to Chase Young, who intended to use him in his Lu Manglong soup, to get his Spear of Guan back. He also aids the young monks in combat training. He has his own temple on a cliff side near the ocean, where the young monks stay and store Shengongwu while he trains them. Grandmaster Dashi, the Grandmaster Shaolin monk, who imprisoned Wu Yi in a puzzle box 1500 years ago. He appeared along dojo when Omi traveled to the past, seeking a second puzzle box. He was friends with Master Monk Guan and Chase Young, and met Omi when he assisted the three in the battle against Wu Yi. Hannibal Roy Bean. Hannibal is a small, bean-shaped demon who spends his time plotting evil and world domination. He is first shown imprisoned in the yin-yang world by Chase Young, but tricks the Shaolin warriors into releasing him. His primary, Shen Gong Wu, is the Mobi Morpher, which he uses to shapeshift into other forms and change size, and travels on his bird, Ying-Ying. Mystical elements. Shen Gong Wu. The focus of the series is on collecting the fictional Shen Gong Wu, mystical artifacts that have magical powers, activated by saying the artifact's name aloud. Wu Yi's release caused Shen Gong Wu to reveal themselves. They are primarily used in Xiaolin Showdowns. The first Xiaolin Showdown was between Grandmaster Dashi and Wu Yi. It was a great battle, in which Dashi used the Shen Gong Wu against Wu Yi's Xiaolin magic. Eventually, Grandmaster Dashi was the victor, and Wu Yi was trapped within a mystical puzzle box. Determined to ensure that Wu Yi would not be able to get her hands on the Shen Gong Wu and rule the world with them, Grandmaster Dashi and the Dragon Dojo hid them all over the world. Dashi then created the Shaolin Temple and began a lineage of Shaolin warriors to prevent the Shen Gong Wu from falling into the wrong hands. Should Wu Yi ever be freed, the Shaolin warriors would rise up and fight the forces of the Xiaolin. A Shen Gong Wu can only be located when it chooses to reveal itself. At that point, both Wu Yi and Dojo can sense its activation and can find its general location. Wu Yi can tell what Shen Gong Wu has revealed itself, while the Shaolin must defer to the ancient scroll of the Shen Gong Wu to find out which one has been revealed. Chase Young is also capable of anticipating when a new Shen Gong Wu is revealed. There are two occasions during which astronomical events affect the Shen Gong Wu. When the planets align themselves, the Shen Gong Wu gather to form Mala Mala Zhong. When the rare Xiaolin comet flies over Earth, the Shen Gong Wu come alive and take over their user. Raimundo was subject to the Xiaolin comet's magic in the episode The Last Temptation of Raimundo, and he was taken over by the Golden Tiger Claws, Third Arm Sash, Helmet of Zhong and many other Shen Gong Wu. He was turned into a giant freakish brute until the comet had passed, and it was safe to take the Shen Gong Wu off. In Shaolin Chronicles, many Shen Gong Wu were redesigned and even renamed, such as the Orb of Tornami, Sword of the Storm, Fist of Tebigong, and Monkey Staff. Shaolin Showdowns. In Xiaolin Showdown, when more than one person grabs a Shen Gong Wu at the same time, a Shaolin Showdown occurs. In this namesake competition, each side wagers a Shen Gong Wu she already owns. In some cases, the competitors invoke a Shen Yi Bu Dare, where multiple Shen Gong Wu are wagered. The winner obtains all the Shen Gong Wu fought for, totaling 5 Shen Gong Wu. In some cases, when more than 2 people touch a Shen Gong Wu at once, a different kind of Shaolin Showdown occurs. The Showdown Trio is a 2-on-1 or 3-person free-for-all. A Shaolin Showdown Tsunami is either a 2-on-2 or a 4-person free-for-all showdown, and an 8-way Shaolin Showdown is a 4-on-4 showdown. One can also call for a Cosmic Clash Showdown, allowing the caller to bring more people into the showdown, who did not touch the Shen Gong Wu. Generally, the competitors in a Shaolin Showdown of any type use the Shen Gong Wu that they wagered to compete with. However, there have been instances where a Shen Gong Wu not wagered was used in the Shaolin Showdown, as in The Last Temptation of Raimundo, when Wu Yi used the Shroud of Shadows against the Shaolin warriors while she was possessing Raimundo. Another showdown was in Enter the Dragon, when Omi uses the Reversing Mirror and Shroud of Shadows Shadows on Dojo. The challenge in a Xiaolin Showdown can be anything, but most commonly is some sort of race to the Shen Gong Wu. When the showdown is called, the world warps around the competitors and bystanders, and the terrain they are on becomes an extreme extent, such as a mountainside becoming a field of rock pillars, or a snowfield becoming a large snowboarding course. Some showdowns have also affected those involved, such as gaining weight for a sumo wrestling showdown. Other contests have been games of tag, basketball, or combat. The challenge officially begins after the change, and when both combatants yell, "Gong Yi Tanpei," then the decided contest starts. When one is victorious, the terrain returns to normal, and the winner gains possession of all the wagered Shen Gong Wu. Gong Yi Tanpei is a pseudo-Chinese way of saying, "Ready, set, go." Omi inadvertently gave the competition its name when he traveled back in time in episode Days Past to ask Grandmaster Dashi to make another puzzle box to imprison Wuya. Episodes, awards and nominations. Daytime Emmy Awards, Annie Awards. Other Xiaolin Showdown was also nominated for 2 Golden Reel Awards. Critical reception. Xiaolin Showdown was a huge hit for the Kids WB network, and it ranked at the number 1 position against all other Saturday morning competition, mainly between kids aged 6 to 14. In other media games, Konami developed a Xiaolin Showdown video game that was released on November 10, 2006 for PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, Xbox, and Nintendo DS. In addition, Wizards of the Coast released a trading card game based on the series. DVD release. A Season 1 DVD has been released. It is a 2-disc set, and has special features on disc 2, but the only features are trailers for other shows and movies. Season 2 or 3 were never released on DVD.